Today on Trend, Sandy shows off a Rockland gem. This kitchen literally took my breath away. And I show you how to make your outdoor space spectacular. Thank you so much for sharing that beautiful secret garden.
Oh, I love it. And look at all of these. There's raspberries and loganberries. This is one of those.
Yet.
What are those called? Appellated or spelliated? What are these things? What are these trees called where they?
I'm not a gardener. But
I'm
this
a city
is
girl
such a mature property. I mean, we're getting food off of it.
And there's plums and apples and pears and a veggie garden over here and lots of flowers, and it's just beautiful over here.
So let's talk about this area a little bit. Rockland. That's one of the reasons it's so sought after. Everything is more mature.
Yeah.
Beautiful location.
And so close to town, and this is where all the Victoria sightseeing buses come through.
Oh, yes.
So the nice thing about this house is it's on a side street. That's a cul-de-sac, so there's no...
Step back from that a little bit.
Very quiet. Yeah, very quiet, very private, but still in a really good location. So close to town, close to Dallas Road.
What are some of the other reasons that people really want to live in Rockland?
I think it's just because it's an established neighborhood. It sits a little higher than other parts of Victoria, so it sits more up on a rocky area. And it's just, I don't even know what you call it. It just feels like home.
And it's so hard to find properties that have such great landscaping, that's mature landscaping and offers so much.
Yes, and in this particular home, the occupants here spent 10, 11 years planting all these gardens and, you know, tending to them, and now they've moved on, and so this house came up to be sold, and so that's what we're looking for. Hopefully that the person that buys this will appreciate everything that's gone into the garden.
Someone that really enjoys this and it's their passion.
Yeah.
And I think more and more a lot of people are wanting to grow their own food right on their own land.
Yes, I like to, but you know, I'm so busy, just like you. I'm having trouble with a tomato plant.
It's a romantic notion.
It's like, why not one day I want to do that. Yeah.
What are some of the other things that are happening in real estate right now?
Well, we have the first time buyers incentive program coming in September 2nd. They're launching that, and that's where a first time home buyer can have an interest-free and payment-free mortgage. There's some details that they need to check out with their mortgage broker, but it looks like it might be a good for some. Maybe wouldn't hit all of the market, but certainly for those home buyers, newer home buyers, then
they're really trying to make it accessible.
And we just got a mortgage rate cut on the stress test. So the stress test mortgage rate dropped from 5.34 or whatever it was down to 5.19, which is considerable for those people trying to get into the market. First-time home buyers, of course, but get into the market because it actually increases what they can buy.
And it's been really difficult over the past few years because prices are just so high.
And we're seeing more of a leveling off. We're moving into a more balanced market. It's not good for people who bought in 2017 and 2018 and they're trying to sell now. But I always say, if you're going to buy, try and hold on for 5 years. It all levels out, and we're seeing a little bit of a correction, but you know, we live in a fabulous place.
I was just going to say, Victoria is a little bit unique and kind of in its own little bubble.
We are a bit insulated from that, you know, the highs and lows of the rest of Canada. So,
because why would you not want to live here?
I know, in this neighborhood.
I know, and this sort of, well, maybe tropical is not the way to describe it.
We do live in an island in the Pacific, though.
We do. It's so true.
A little north, but still. I mean, we do have the best weather in Canada. And we're still seeing lots of people coming from other parts of the Canada, lots of Albertans, lots of Saskatchewans, and more recently for me, a few people coming from Toronto who are purchasing here. So yeah, it's still a nice place to come to in the dead of winter.
Them, it's a little bit, yes, there's no, well, barely any winter. And it's just a little bit slower pace here too.
It's nice.
Let's talk about this home in particular. Who would you say would be the perfect buyer for this home?
It's not for a first-time home buyer because it's in a little bit higher price range, but certainly professional couple with teenage kids. This is built in 1971. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. Lots of space, and I'm amazed at how big the closets are because every house I've gone into lately has really small closets.
That's true.
So over 3 levels, the master suite has a beautiful lounge area that is awesome, beautiful ensuite. And the walk-in closet is like crazy big.
Well, it's funny that this home is built in 1971, but it has so much character.
It feels older.
It does,
yeah.
And I think that that's what they were going for, like the wainscoting in the dining room, for example.
And that is beautiful.
Yes.
One of the other bedrooms upstairs has a really lovely window seating area. It's so beautiful.
Yes.
They've done lots of upgrades on this home. They've got a newer metal roof, which is great. They've redone all the windows. They've got all new appliances. There's a number of upgrades, and
which is great because then you don't have to worry about spending another big chunk of money after you purchase the home.
Right. I mean, I think that somebody may want to do some cosmetic changes, but really just paint, I think, is
yeah, give it a little love and make it their own.
Yeah. So lots of really great things about the property. Single car garage with lots of room for like a workshop area. It's fully fenced.
Yes.
Which is amazing in this neighborhood. Do you know how many deer?
I do. They're cute, but they're a bit of a nuisance.
They did get in. Somebody left the gate open and they looked after the rose garden, but it's recovering.
Sandy, thank you so much for showing us this beautiful property.
You're welcome.
I'd like to go back into the garden if that's okay.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm just hanging out at Jordan's home today. You know, one of my favorite places to relax and see all the cool new things that they have. David, it's so good to see you again.
Too. Nice to see you.
Sorry I'm late. I was just sort of running around looking at everything and I get a bit carried away.
No problem. No problem.
You know how it goes.
I do. I tell you, I know how it goes.
Yes.
So, sofas, sectionals, that kind of stuff.
All of the above?
We have it all.
Yes.
This sectional right here is a really great piece. Multicolored, little color blue.
I love this color combination. Like I will just take this whole thing and put it in my living room.
Well, you can. That's everything we have is in inventory. You want it, we can deliver it within the next few days.
I'm not waiting 12 weeks?
No, you don't have to.
Wow.
Everything in the store is in stock.
That's amazing.
So if you decided you wanted to change, we can do it.
Right.
But then of course you have to wait. But if you love this color, or maybe we have one other color, it's yours.
But you guys are always spot on with your style anyways. Like I would pretty much wager the colors you have in stock are probably what I want anyways.
We try to keep current.
Yes,
right?
you're very
It's important.
current.
You know, we see it all. We buy it. What the best colors are.
Well, and what I love is you kind of have it all pulled together already in the store. So a lot of times I just want that and that and that.
Well, that's the whole idea. You see, you come in, see it, okay, we'll take it.
Well, and this is cool. Like it's not even part of the vignette.
Isn't this great? This is a lift table. So you can sit, you know, have coffee, whatever.
And
but
these don't come stylish. Like this is stylish.
This does both sides.
Wow.
Comes two sizes. This is a small one. Comes in a big way as well.
So I can eat in front of the TV and not feel too guilty.
You can, exactly. My
and
favorite
I love
thing.
It's got your little logo on it right there too.
This is custom built for us. We designed it and we had it made.
Well, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Let's go look at something else.
Let's do it. Amy, this is one of the sofas I wanted to tell you about. Modern, contemporary.
Yes.
So we have everything here. So we have transitional, modern, contemporary. We have full big sofas. We have condo size, which is great.
Yes.
A lot of people's homes are getting smaller. So we have condo size sofas, love seats, chairs, all of it.
What I love about this sofa is the arm detail is still really interesting and it's kind of narrow, so it gives you lots of seating room.
But doesn't take up a lot of space.
Exactly.
Which is great, right?
Yes.
And I love the fabric. It's that sort of relaxed, hang out, don't have to worry about, you know,
Yes.
it's a light color, yet you
Yeah.
could still spill something on it and wipe it up and you're good.
Well, it kind of looks like that cotton linen sort of look, the natural fiber, but much more durable.
Much more durable, much
Yes.
more durable. What about these little ottomans?
These are amazing. I love them for a couple reasons. Number one, they're velvet, so amazing, and they have the gold detailing on there.
Is that gold?
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot more gold coming into the market.
I'm totally on board now.
I know, right?
I have to admit, I wasn't at first.
I know
but
a lot of people are like gold, but no, it's
love it.
It's a little bit more muted than it was back in the 80s.
Right.
So you get that just a little flavor
Yes.
to give a little jump to the room.
Which is so good.
So great.
Yes.
Really is.
So these are our smaller sofas here, but you guys have huge sectionals
we
as well.
we can get sectional, you can put the whole family in
Right.
and the dog.
And that you just sort of sink into and
There's one called the Envelop. It literally envelops you.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I think I'm gonna go and test that one out.
Let's have you lay on it and see what you think.
Okay,
All right,
thank you
let's
so
do
much.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew, what are we gonna talk about today?
Today we are talking about bringing the inside out.
What can you do for the biggest impact?
This evening I'm having a cocktail party. So what I decided to do is just bring some of my living room to the outside space.
Right, just changing the look.
Exactly, to create something comfortable, something exciting for people. So I just did linens out here as it's such a beautiful day. We also brought out the pears and the apple because we love the fruit.
That's right.
I've also got this lovely table here. It's marble with an iron base.
A lot of interior furniture actually stands up well outside as well,
It certainly does. And also the Jaguar.
which really makes the space. It kind of feels like an LA nightclub party. And you really have your separate areas as if it was inside the house. The dining area, the seating area, the party area.
Exactly, I was just about to say the cocktail area.
My favorite. I just have one question.
Sure.
Where was my invite? Are you ready to see some fancy new kitchens? Well, you're in luck. I'm going to show you around Thomas and Birch Cavico Boutique Showroom. Jonathan, it's so great to see you again.
Hi,
The
Amy.
showroom looks phenomenal.
It does. We just finished up and things are looking amazing.
There is a lot of new stuff going on here.
So last time you were here, we looked at a few of our little more traditional or transitional displays, and now we're in one of our Elmwood traditional displays, which is a face frame beaded inset display with 1-inch thick door and drawer fronts.
Which is so custom and beautiful looking.
So if you go into this drawer here, you can see the 1-inch drawer front on a solid walnut dovetail drawer box with custom dividers. So we can do all sorts of great things like that. Of course, integrated soft close.
That's just a given.
It's just a given, yeah.
And let's talk about this.
So this is,
Your pots are on the counter.
yeah, this is an amazing product out of Denmark called the Pit. It's a gas cooktop, and it can go in basically any countertop, solid surface countertop. This is through the decked on top and
Decked on top.
Decked on.
So is that a porcelain?
It's like a sintered porcelain, and it's from the makers of Silestone. So Amy, I want to show you the island that goes with this kitchen.
It's beautiful.
It is, and we have some amazing marble on the top here from Matrix Marble, and
That texture.
yeah, it's an amazing finish on it. It's kind of very matte and very durable, and really is easy to clean, which is great, especially for marble.
Right.
And then we have some cool features in this island, some inserts, like our serving tray here.
Oh, that's perfect for the entertainer.
For shops, and yeah, and then one of the other things we have is if you open up that drawer, there is some cool utility sort of
Oh, wow.
trays. Yeah.
It keeps everything so organized. Let's move around the kitchen a little bit here and talk about the appliances, which are completely integrated. This is actually a dishwasher, guys. How beautiful is that?
So all of our appliances were provided by Lansdowne, and this is an ASCO dishwasher along with some of our Sub-Zero appliances. This is a custom apron front stainless steel sink, and the great thing about this is it's a tiered system, so you have integrated sliding cutting boards and bowls and colanders and drain racks. Typically you would do these a larger size,
Right.
which we do have in the showroom, but this one just fit really,
It
what
does.
we're doing here.
And it makes so much useful space.
Well, and it's about changing the way we design kitchens and the workspace. We call it a workstation because we want to Everybody knows about the triangle.
Right.
And so now we're sort of trying to work more in a linear fashion, sort of what like a line cook would be, right?
That's what I love about your products, is you really can give that high-end custom look in everything.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, we offer a range. Right now we're standing in one of our higher end kitchens, but we offer a range from entry level to mid price point all the way up to...
And bathrooms and laundry rooms and closets and you name it.
Oh, absolutely. Anywhere you can put millwork of, you know, any kind, we can do it. Even furniture, for that matter. Custom furniture, boxes and things like that we can do, and it's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us today.
Thanks again, Amy.
Going global with Newport Realty and Christie's International. Cities with ancient and contemporary attractions, colorful medieval villages, charming seaside towns, romantic palaces, and a rich architectural heritage, it all adds up to Portugal. Portugal offers a competitive cost of living, 30% less than its EU neighbors, also an enviable tax situation, and bargains on real estate. Sesimbra is one of the finest resort towns of Portugal. Here's a magnificent and charming villa with a swimming pool in a closed condominium at the Quinta do Peru Golf and Country Club. There's a 24-hour security gate and views of the 18-hole golf course, which has 2 driving ranges, a restaurant, clubhouse, and a tennis court. While many countries overseas don't require credentials for real estate agents, Portugal does. So if you're in the market, make sure it's with a licensed professional. I'm Dirk Vanderwall, going global with Newport Realty and Christie's International.
Ingrid, I'm always excited to see what you have in store for us. Everyone's a little bit different.
And you know, I think that's what I enjoy a lot about my business and the opportunity to work with different clients, different properties. And this is an estate sale.
Okay.
My client's mother lived here since the early 80s, was the single owner, and maintained it very, very well. But it is dated and it's showing some of that cool 80s vibe.
But the staging kind of gives a bit of potential as to what you could make it look like. And I think because it's a rancher, super appealing to a lot of clientele, there's so much you could do with this space.
Yes, this rancher is just primed for a young couple who's wanting to start out and have their first home, because price points, of course, are appropriate for that. And in Sidney, that's what we're finding too. You're seeing a much younger demographic coming into the community, into the neighborhood. And this is just a perfect example. And I'm finding too that a lot of the younger buyers, they're excited. They're maybe because they're watching the great shows like yourself with the designers and coming up with ideas, but they really want to do it themselves. They want to roll up their sleeves and be creative, and it's pretty incredible what they can do on a budget.
And people can visualize a lot more now too, I think, because possibly the TV shows, that sort of thing, but they are excited to put their own mark on it and to make it their own home.
Definitely. And this is one of those very diverse type properties where you are appealing not only to that younger buyer, but being a rancher in one level. And of course, Sidney is known for a lot of retirees, and that definitely would be appealing for that type of a buyer. So this product certainly will appeal to a wide variety of buyer types.
This would be perfect for somebody's downsizing as well. It still has tons of room in it, but maybe if they're coming from, like you said, multi-levels or that sort of thing, not having stairs can be very attractive.
And it's really exciting too to work with that different type of buyer set and to hear some of the ideas that they're coming up with, whether that is a full renovation or just doing some initial cosmetic with carpeting. And it's amazing what you can do with paint, right?
That's
We all
true,
know that. So Amy, this is one of those homes when you first drive up, the curb appeal, it's so inviting. There's a beautiful rose arbor that is quite well known on this street. And the lot is positioned on a lovely corner, has beautiful southwest exposures and the privacy and the mature landscaping. And it's one of those homes that would, again, appeal to a variety and be perfect for that young couple, whether it's pets or young children running in the yard. And that's sometimes you don't find when you're looking at a property closer to the core.
That's right.
Out here on the peninsula, you have properties that have more generous land space for a little bit more reasonable price.
And this one has a nice front yard and backyard. A lot of times you're compromising one or the other.
And really great space to roam around, as I mentioned. And it's fun, you've got your own grapevines and even your own hops. I've never seen that before.
No, me neither.
Yeah, so you could start your own beer making business.
Now we're talking. There really is a change in Sidney. I've noticed that there's a lot more younger demographic here. There's lots of festivals and events and markets and so many cute little shops now.
Absolutely. The transition that we're seeing from mostly retirees, but now just the vibrancy and the variety, and we're seeing new openings of like Farmer's Daughter, which is my new favorite wine and cheese bar,
right.
And Nook and Nest, I think, is one of your
That's one of
favorites
my
too.
favorites, yeah.
With the design and the interior products, it's really just setting the tone for a new version of Sidney by the Sea, and I think it'll always have its charm.
Right.
But this new insurgence of energy and diversity, I think it's a really good thing.
Well, it kind of sounds like we're on the same page here. So why don't we go downtown and take a look around?
Yeah, I'd love to go and explore the town.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Ingrid, this really is the cutest little shop ever.
Farmer's Daughter is my new favorite, and this is just such a great example of how Sidney is really transforming, and the local couple who are just passionate about wine and cheese and customer service. I know, totally, hey? So this shop is just an example of how Sidney is evolving, and just the experience that you're having here where you feel like a little taste of Europe, but you're right in downtown Sidney.
It's true.
And just the variety of, they have not only wines, but cheeses, and the incredible charcuterie boards that they put together. I think I order one usually once a week for some event or family function or client appreciation. It's really,
with the girls.
I know, exactly, and they make it so easy. And again, it's just how this town is really changing. And we're gonna go explore some more shops down the alleyway here, and it really just is an incredible experience when you're here in downtown Sidney.